Let's get one thing straight from the start. The idea that women are an unsolvable mystery is a convenient story we've been telling ourselves for ages, a myth we fall back on when we don't understand the language of human connection. The truth is, all human interaction operates on a psychological map, and once you learn to read that map, everything changes. Building a powerful, magnetic attraction isn't about what car you drive, how much money you make, or memorizing cheesy pickup lines. It's rooted in something far more profound, understanding the architecture of emotion, value, and authentic connection. This isn't about learning tricks to get a woman. This is a journey of self-transformation. It's about becoming the kind of man a woman naturally gravitates towards, respects deeply, and feels an undeniable pull to connect with on a profound level. This is about transformation from the inside out. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're moving beyond the superficial and diving into the 10 psychological principles that cultivate not just attraction, but a genuine, powerful, and lasting connection. Principle 1, see the person, not the portrait. The most common mistake men make is leading with a compliment about a woman's appearance. We say, "You're beautiful," or "I love your smile." While well-intentioned, these compliments are polite, expected, and because they're expected, they're instantly filtered out. For a woman who hears this constantly, it becomes background noise. It doesn't forge a connection, it merely acknowledges the obvious. The shift, your goal isn't to acknowledge what everyone sees, it's to have the perception to see what everyone misses. The most powerful compliment you can give is to witness and validate her mind, her character, and her spirit. When she shares a witty observation, an insightful opinion, or a moment of vulnerability, that is your opportunity. How to apply it? Listen actively, don't just wait for your turn to talk. Pay close attention to the content and nuance of what she's saying, not just how she looks while she's saying it. Compliment with precision, instead of generic praise like, "You're smart," try something specific and thoughtful, like, "The way you broke down that problem was incredibly insightful." Most people don't think that critically or creatively. Acknowledge her essence, notice her kindness to a waiter, her passion for a hobby, or the resilience she shows in a story she tells. Complimenting these traits shows you are looking beyond the surface. The impact, this approach does two powerful things. First, it validates her identity and intellect, which are far more central to her sense of self than her physical appearance. Second, it immediately sets you apart from every other man. You are no longer just another admirer, you are a perceptive individual who values her for her depth. You become a refuge from the shallow, surface-level interactions that fill her day. When you eventually do compliment her looks, after establishing this mental and emotional connection, it carries immense weight. It's no longer generic flattery, it's a holistic validation from a man who sees and appreciates all of her. Principle 2, the power of emotional rhythm. The common instinct when a woman shows interest is to match her with equal or greater intensity. She texts you more, so you text her constantly. She wants to see you, so you immediately clear your schedule. While this feels logical and kind, it often inadvertently kills tension and mystery. Human desire is fueled by contrast, the dynamic interplay between connection and space. Constant availability is predictable, and predictability is the enemy of attraction. The shift, become a master of emotional rhythm, not a slave to reactivity. You are the conductor of the connection, not a frantic performer trying to keep up. How to apply it? Pace, don't chase. If she initiates contact 3 times in a row, it's okay. And in fact, it's powerful, to let her. Allow her to invest in the interaction. You don't always have to be the one to initiate. Have a full life, your schedule should not be a hollow vessel waiting to be filled by her attention. Your mission, your friends, your passions, your gym time, these are non-negotiable aspects of your life. When you prioritize your life, you communicate that you are a man of value with purpose and options. The impact, this creates a healthy and exciting tension. She wonders what you're doing, who you're with. She begins to chase the feeling of connection with you because it's not a guaranteed, 24/7 entitlement. Your time and attention become a valued reward, not a constant given. This dynamic allows her to experience the joy of pursuing you, which deepens her emotional investment. Principle 3, demonstrate value, don't beg for validation. This principle has nothing to do with manufactured jealousy or nagging. It's about the undeniable truth of social proof. As human beings, we are hardwired to want what others value. If you are a man that other people, men and women, respect and enjoy being around, your value is demonstrated, not stated. The shift: stop trying to convince her you're valuable. Be valuable, and let her observe it. Your actions and social standing speak louder than any words you could use. How to apply it? Be socially engaged. Be the man who is warm, charismatic, and contributes value to any social setting. Have genuine, platonic friendships with women. This isn't for show, it's a natural byproduct of being a high-value man. Carry yourself with quiet confidence. Your value is self-evident in your posture, the way you make sustained eye contact, and the way you command respect without ever needing to demand it. The impact: when she sees that you are respected and desired within your social ecosystem, it triggers a deep, instinctual response. You are proven to be a high-value individual. This isn't about making her jealous, it's about allowing her to see your genuine social capital, which makes her feel proud to be the one by your side. She sees you as a leader, a man of influence, and someone who is worthy of her admiration. Principle 4, the mindset of non-neediness. The most attractive quality a man can possess is a sense of purpose that exists entirely independently of any woman. A man who wants a woman but does not need her is operating from a position of profound strength and security. He is a choice maker, not a beggar. The shift: internalize the mantra: I am here because you add immense value to my life, not because you complete it. Your life is already full and rich. She is an incredible addition, not a solution to avoid. How to apply it? Hold your frame. Your values, boundaries, and life mission are not negotiable for affection or validation. If a woman pushes against your core principles, you don't waver. Be willing to walk away. This is not a threat, it is an unshakable standard. If the interaction no longer aligns with your values, disrespects your boundaries, or compromises your peace, you have the strength and self-respect to disengage. The impact: this communicates a profound and compelling sense of self-respect. It shows her that you are a selector, not a desperate beggar. Women feel safe and secure with a man who is so firmly anchored. They know his love and attention are freely given choices, not desperate dependencies, which makes those gifts infinitely more valuable. Principle 5, becoming an emotional explorer. Predictability is comfortable, but it is not captivating. While you must be consistent in your integrity and values, how you show up emotionally can have layers and depth. A one-note man is easy to understand and quickly becomes boring. The shift: be a man of intriguing emotional depth, not a predictable, one-note interaction. How to apply it? Vary your interactions. One day, your conversation can be deep and philosophical, exploring complex ideas and dreams. The next, it can be light-hearted, playful, and even a little ridiculous. Don't be afraid to show different sides of yourself. Keep some mystery. You don't need to divulge every thought and every detail of your past on the first date. Let her discover you over time, like an exciting book she can't put down. The impact: she remains engaged and endlessly curious. You become an exciting journey, not a predictable destination. She looks forward to your interactions because she doesn't know which fascinating facet of your personality she'll get to see next. You keep her on her toes in the best possible way. Principle 6, the unspoken challenge. This principle is about subtly triggering her innate desire to earn and to win. People value what they feel they have worked for and earned. This isn't about being difficult, it's about being inspiring. The shift: create an environment where she feels inspired to rise to your level, not one where you are constantly lowering yourself to please her. Your mere presence and standards become an unspoken challenge. How to apply it? Set a high standard. live by a code of excellence, in your work, your physical fitness, your character, and your mission. Your mere presence becomes a challenge and an inspiration. Praise effort and character. Instead of just complimenting her for being beautiful, praise her for her ambition, her kindness, her resilience, or her creative pursuits. This reinforces that these are the traits you value and admire. The impact: instead of passively receiving attention, she becomes an active participant in winning your admiration. This engagement fosters a deeper, more meaningful connection where she is motivated to be her best self. She will feel a sense of accomplishment and pride in being with you, which is a powerful feeling. Principle 7, the art of contrast. If you are always available, your attention has no weight. It's like a radio playing static in the background, it's there, but no one is really listening. Value is created by contrast. Silence gives sound its meaning. Absence makes presence felt. The shift: understand that value is created by contrast. You must be fully present in moments of connection and then allow for space. How to apply it? Be fully present, then withdraw. After a great date or a deep conversation, don't immediately flood her with "I had a great time" texts. Let the moment breathe. Let her reflect on it. Let her think about you. Let her miss you. Give space after moments of high connection. This allows her to process the experience and, crucially, to feel the desire to experience it again. You are not a vending machine of validation. The impact: your attention becomes a reward, not a right. She begins to associate your presence with positive, high-value interactions and learns that it is something to be cherished, not expected. This dynamic keeps the chase alive in a healthy, enjoyable way. Principle 8, the weight of silence. In a world of constant noise and overcommunication, a man who is comfortable with silence is powerful. Silence is not emptiness, it is space. It is a tool for composure, thought, and conveying unwavering confidence. The shift: use silence as a statement of your comfort and control, not as a punishment. It shows you are not desperate to fill every void with words. How to apply it? Don't fear the pause. In conversation, it's perfectly okay to pause and think before you speak. It shows thoughtfulness and that you are not just reactively spewing out words. Don't fill every void. If she sends a challenging text or asks a probing question, you don't need to reply immediately. Your silence communicates that you are unruffled and considering your response from a place of calm, not anxiety. The impact: this demonstrates immense emotional control. It shows you are not reactive or needy for her approval. Your quiet confidence becomes a magnetic force, intriguing her and making your words carry far more weight when you do choose to speak. Principle 9, the pattern interrupter. People, especially in dating, often fall into predictable scripts. They test, they play games, they expect certain reactions. The man who doesn't follow the script is the one who is remembered. The shift: don't react, respond. Be the one who changes the game by refusing to play by the standard rules. How to apply it? Respond to a test with amusement. If she tries to provoke a jealous reaction, don't get angry. Smile. Acknowledge it with a calm, "I see what you're doing," and then change the subject. You've just shown her her tactic doesn't work on you. Be unexpectedly kind. If she expects you to be angry, be understanding. If she expects you to be distant, be warmly present. Your unpredictability in a positive sense is captivating. The impact: you become impossible to categorize and, therefore, impossible to forget. You break her out of autopilot and force her to engage with the real, unpredictable you. This is where genuine fascination begins, as she realizes you are not a typical man she can easily manipulate or pigeonhole. Principle 10, the foundation: emotional invulnerability. This is the cornerstone that makes all other principles possible. Emotional invulnerability is not about being a stone or lacking emotion. It's about being the eye of the storm. It is the ability to feel your emotions deeply but not be controlled by them. Your sense of worth and stability comes from within, not from her reactions or validation. The shift: anchor your identity in your purpose and values, not in her validation or affection. How to apply it? Practice emotional awareness. Feel your feelings, but question your impulses. Just because you feel anxious doesn't mean you need to send a desperate text. Observe the feeling, but don't act on it blindly. Develop a Stoic mindset. Focus on what you can control: your actions, your responses, your effort. Release what you cannot control: her mood, her past, her reactions. The core of what makes you truly magnetic isn't about flexing your muscles or showing off your resume, it's about providing emotional security. Think of yourself as a lighthouse in a storm. While she might be navigating the unpredictable waves of her own emotions, external pressures, or past anxieties, you remain a safe, stable harbor. This unshakable quality is the ultimate display of inner strength. It's not about being emotionless, it's about having such a strong sense of self that her feelings, no matter how intense, don't shake your foundation. This centeredness is incredibly attractive because it directly addresses a fundamental human need, the need for safety. When she knows you won't react with volatility, anger, or neediness when she's stressed or upset, she feels safe enough to be vulnerable with you. This profound level of trust and respect is the bedrock upon which any powerful, lasting connection is built. Without it, everything else is just a temporary, fragile structure. A new philosophy of attraction. Let's be clear, this entire framework has nothing to do with manipulation. Manipulation is about deceiving someone for your own gain. This is about mastery, mastery of your own psychology, your emotions, and your life's mission. These 10 principles aren't a checklist for tricking women into liking you. They are a blueprint for personal growth. They guide you on the journey to becoming a more integrated, confident, and grounded man. You shift from a state of chasing validation to a state of embodying value. Instead of desperately seeking connections, you become the kind of man that meaningful connections are naturally drawn to. When you become this man, your focus naturally shifts. You won't waste time wondering how to make a woman obsessed with you. Your energy will be directed toward your own purpose, your passions, and the genuine, authentic relationships that find their way into your life. You'll be too busy building a life of substance and fulfillment to be concerned